This is Steve Cochran, and here on Live from my office, I do my best to avoid Donald Trump. No, stop laughing. I do. But the phone keeps ringing. You got to pick it up. There could be somebody on the other end. On the phone, former President Donald Trump. What a big news time it is for you again, and I know how you love being in the news. Hello, Donald Trump.
I can't get enough of the news, Cochran. Hello. I have good news, by the way. Good news. It's not all bad, like the drive-by media wants to show you. The fake news says it's all bad. But I have good news. The CDC says it's now safe for you to reinstate me now.
It's not what they
I can be reinstated.
No.
It's good news.
No.
It's good news.
No, that's
How
not
are you doing? Is it hot enough for you? Are you enjoying the heat wave?
Listen, here in the greater Chicago area, we're glad we're not dealing with a heat wave in the Pacific Northwest. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I hear in Portland the temperature's higher than Hunter Biden passed out on the coffee table.
You just can't give it up, can you? You can't help yourself.
I can't.
Hey, speaking of the justice system, the CFO of the Trump Organization, sexy as ever, Alan Weisselberg, has been indicted on tax crimes. Well, what do you say about that?
Look, I think it's just really sad that Weisselberg got railroaded like that. So sad. Just a total hit job. It really is. And he was my loyal CFO. My chief financial officer. And of course, if he ends up going to prison, he'll still wind up CFO. Yeah, cheeks forced open.
Oh, you just can't help yourself. Now, some are saying that banks may start to call their loans to you in, and that means your company would have to file for bankruptcy. I don't know if you're concerned about that or not. Certainly, you know that process.
The banks always want to call me. They want to do business with me because I'm a very successful person.
Yeah, okay.
Not at all. I'm not concerned about it. And good luck with that. My list of business loans, Cochran, I don't know, I'll have you know this. They're longer than a CVS receipt. Okay? That's a lot of loans.
It's a lot of loans, yes, it is.
My sons, Eric and Don Jr., may have their mother's eyes, but they have their father's scrotum, and they won't be pushed around. Okay? So they can try all they want. That I can tell you.
I don't even know what that reference means. Sir, we wanted to get your reaction to the news that First Lady Jill Biden's going to be on the cover of Vogue magazine's August issue. I know your wife always wanted that. It didn't happen.
You know what? Excuse me.
Yes?
I can't believe they selected her. Come on. Who are we kidding? Come on. If anything, Jill should be on the bi-monthly cover of AARP, and that's being generous. Believe me. Okay.
Did you know that the reason the AARP is bi-monthly is it just gets really tiring going out to the mail to get the magazine?
That's exactly. Hey, that's good. Can I use that?
Write that down.
Look,
how upset was Melania? I mean, they snubbed her when she was First Lady.
How upset was Melania? Well, on a scale of I forgot to get her a Valentine's Day present to she just opened a letter from my doctor saying it was time to refill my gonorrhea ointment, I'd say she was 50 times more pissed than the ointment.
Well, I don't know what that means either. Now, we read that your son-in-law, Jared Kushner, and Ivanka have been distancing themselves from you. Is that true? Is it intentional? What's happening there?
That's completely and utterly ridiculous. More fake news. Who told you that? CNN's Jake Toe Tapper? Come on. Look, by the way, his ratings down 70+%, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's just the facts. Look, not all distancing is bad, Cochran. Frankly, I think it would be a really good thing if there was a lot more distancing between Jared and Ivanka, especially in the bedroom. That would be tremendous distancing.
I really think you need to stop focusing on what your daughter does in her bedroom. It's a little more than creepy. But anyway, Mr. President, Mobile, Alabama. Alabama is one of your core states. They canceled your 4th of July rally, said it's too partisan for a national holiday. What do you say to that?
I love my Alabamians. Is that what I say?
Yeah,
Alabama?
well, that's close.
Alabamies?
Mm-hmm.
Look, I have to say, it sounds like the most un-American, we don't really care about freedom kind of thing you could do on Independence Day. I mean, it really does. And let me tell you something. If partisan means a gigantic group of thousands of Alabama patriots showing their love for this country by setting off explosives in their trailer parks, then we are guilty as charged. And you know what? I blame Biden for all of this.
Okay, I'm interested to see how that happened. Okay, go ahead.
No, he's the leader of the woke mob,
Yeah.
which is odd because for a woke guy, Sleepy Joe sure needs a hell of a lot of naps.
Yeah, so do I. Thanks so much for calling in, former President Trump. We got to go.
Hey, Cochran, I got to go get ready for the 4th of July weekend anyway. I just came up with a huge time saver for my New Jersey club. Yeah, instead of mowing the lawn, we're just going to have it waxed.
Oh, that's great.
The guys on the golf course, they're going to love it.
That's
Oh, wait a second. Hold on a second. Wait. Oh, that's my door.
Sounds
very
great.
aggressive knocking, which in no way means it's the feds.
Okay.
I'll be right there.
Well, but don't forget to say goodbye.
Goodbye, later, loser. I'll be right there.
I don't like it any better than you do. But if the phone's ringing, you know what I should do? I should get that caller ID. Is that new? Am I old?
Thanks for listening. We'll be right back.
You're looking to purchase a new home or refinance it when you're in. Do what we all do. We call Team Hochberg, your trusted local lender. Who are the we in we all? It's everybody I've worked with. It's my family. It's people who ask me for advice, and I tell them Team Hochberg is not only legit, they're the best in the business. That's not a recommendation you can get wrong, by the way. If you tell somebody, hey, you know that mortgage you're doing, the biggest financial transaction of your life? Here's somebody you ought to use. And then they turn out to be, a shyster? Oh, you don't want a shyster. Then you are going to be on their blacklist forever. I have no problem recommending Team Hochberg. I have and I will. And after hearing thousands of Team Hochberg ads, Jody called for a free consultation. She's happy she did. Team Hochberg helped Dan and Jody secure a cash-out refinance, pay off most of their credit cards, and save over $2,700 a month. That's a lot of money. So before calling, Dan and Jody were overwhelmed and stressed out. After, David Hochberg eliminated over $70,000 of debt and saved them over $30,000 a year. Team Hochberg helped me and thousands of my podcast listeners use their homes and their home's equity to eliminate debt. They helped Dan and Jody, but look, they can't help you if you don't call. And if you think, well, Steve, you didn't really talk about my issue. Anything involving the financing, the refinancing, the money in your home, well, you need to pick up the phone because Hochberg has an expert that can help, or he'll do it himself. All he wants to do is save you a little money, like Dan and Jody. Can't help you if you don't call. 855-56-DAVID or 56david.com, 855-563-2843, or 56david.com for Homeside Financial, an equal housing lender, NMLS number 1124061. This is live from my office, and I thank you for listening wherever you listen on whatever podcast platform you hear it. On Monday, some special words about the greatness of this country, still, even in this environment that I believe in, for the 4th of July celebration. Because a lot of you won't be working on Monday. You ought to be listening to my podcast. My name is Steve Cochran. I hope you have a great holiday weekend. Oh, and thanks, Donald Trump, for calling in. And thank you, Ross Cochran, for putting this together for every episode of Live from My Office.
Thank you for listening to Live from My Office, a service of Monkey Run Productions. All rights reserved. The podcast is hosted by Steve Cochran, and it's mixed, edited, and produced by me, Ross Cochran. Steve is available for corporate speaking gigs. He would love to MC your event, and occasionally, he's funny. Thank you for listening. Head to cochranshow.com for more.